Hey everyone, and welcome to another Plotty Time mini-sode. This week, guess what? I'm not by myself, because we have in the studio Sir Chomp Slap.
Hey guys, it's me, saving your day.
Thank God, because I think they were sick of hearing just me talk.
I don't know, I got a kick out of it.
That makes one. So, this week, Sir Chomp Slap and I we're recording the first part of a 3-part series talking about Fallout.
The Fallout universe.
Right.
All
right.
games.
We talked a lot about it, on the standard podcast, the regular podcast. A lot of hate, a lot of shade thrown the way, especially at 76. But you know what? We only make fun because we love it.
Yes, it's 100% true.
Yeah. So today, this episode, we're going to start talking with the location of Fallout. We want to talk about where maybe we could see it going for the next game, and maybe some crazy outside the idea predictions. Like I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be
who knows, man?
A fucking crazy 20-ish minutes. So, Sir Chomp Slap, just in case you weren't aware, how about we give them a rundown of where we've been so far?
Yes, let's.
All right, Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 took place in New California, which was like Los Angeles, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico area. Lots of deserts, a lot of bullshit. Fallout 3, well, Tactics, I guess, was the next one. That took place in the Midwest, between Chicago and the Cheyenne Mountains. I'd never played it. I don't know if they went to Chi-Town or...
I don't know, it sounds interesting, though.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then you got Fallout 3, which is the first one I played. Took place in Washington, D.C., the capital wasteland. Fallout New Vegas is pretty standard. It took place mostly in Las Vegas and the surrounding desert.
The New Vegas.
The new version of Vegas, which no, you know what? I'm not gonna just bitch about Las Vegas. That's all I'll say is this is the one thing. When I started the game, like the downtown Las Vegas is on the other side of the map.
Yeah, exactly.
So it takes some time to like get there. And I remember the first time I got to Las Vegas, the Strip, and I'm like, fuck, that's it?
Oh, it's 5 different places. You have to open a gate to walk in. That load takes 20 minutes.
Oh, God, it was brutal. Anyway, then Fallout 4 took place in the Commonwealth in Boston and surrounding areas. And then Fallout 76 took place in the hills of West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we've been. So I don't know. Let's start with you, Chump Slap. Yeah. Where do you think the next Fallout game could possibly be going?
Well, I assume it's going to be United States, because I think Vault-Tec is straight up United States company, isn't it?
Shit, I never even thought of that.
Because, I mean, there's Vault-Tec University, and...
No, that's a good point. I didn't even think of it that way. In my mind, I just always thought it would be in the U.S.
Yeah.
I maybe, like, at the end, let's throw out some crazy international ones, just, wish list, but... Probably, I'd say the smart bet is the United States.
Okay, all right. So we got that out of the way. United States. The one I would love to see would be the entire Gulf of Mexico, like Texas, Louisiana, Florida. You could have some crazy underwater Vault-Tec lab or whatever there too.
Yeah, you could get, like, I'm just trying to think of, the first thing that came to my mind is the enemies and the things you fight. Obviously, you get some Mirelurks in there.
Yeah, you get some crawdads.
This is just going to be us fucking up remembering Fallout, but was it Point Lookout? Did that take place in the Gulf or in Florida? That was the Fallout 3 DLC.
Was it?
Oh, dude, the DLCs, the only ones I have fresh are the Fallout 4 ones because I just played them, like, a couple months ago.
Yeah, I don't remember any of them.
I'm looking it up. Oh, I also forgot it was released as a disc. Well, I guess it was a download and a disc. But, yeah, what else? What other enemies could you get into?
I don't know. Some sharks.
Sure. Crazy Cajun people. There could definitely be a Cajun faction.
Yeah, it could be jellyfish. I mean, you could have a whole bunch of water enemies because you're in the Gulf.
I wonder if they do some kind of... Well, obviously there'd be fast travel, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And I feel like with this, we'd have to like the big cities, the big areas. New Orleans,
Yeah.
wow, New Orleans would have to be there.
Definitely. I was thinking that too. And then you can collect beads
Yeah, definitely.
and wear as many as you can.
They always have in every Fallout game one kind of bullshit collector mission like that. Like, do you remember the one that comes to mind in 3 was the Nuka-Cola enthusiast? You had to go collect a bunch of bottles of Nuka-Cola to turn in.
Oh, yeah. To that lady.
Yeah, like she was just a big Nuka-Cola fan.
Yeah.
I think she came back in the Nuka World. Yeah, she did. She came back in the Nuka World DLC.
Oh, nice.
Which is fun. But like any kind of mission like that, there's always one where it's like a collecting, and it's always some bullshit you just run into in the world, and you probably sold like 700 of them already because you never thought you needed them for anything.
Or like the bottle caps with the stars on them.
Mm-hmm.
The sarsaparilla. I don't even remember what you needed those for.
Oh man, I want to say a gun, but
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
I think there's like a machine you can drop them off and buy stuff with, but I don't remember.
at the factory, because that's definitely a thingamajig.
Yeah, but then we can have fucking Miami in there too.
Ooh, that's kind of technically on the other side of Florida, but I'll count
Oh,
it.
we could have the whole Florida.
Yeah, it's an approximation. It's
Yeah,
not exact.
Disneyland.
Disneyland, there you go. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, just that area. From Louisiana down to Florida.
I like it because we've never touched much of that world,
No.
like the South.
Alligators, dude.
Oh, dude, the alligator enemies. Would they be just huge alligators? Because we did run into huge alligators in
Oh, you're right.
Nuka World. I do remember running into them, but could they be alligator people? Like those fucking street sharks, remember them?
Yeah, like that cowboy from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think it was a cowboy. But it was an alligator.
Oh, yeah, and he had the teeth and the fucking hat and the yeah. I don't know how exactly, but it was definitely racist somehow.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's a good call. Definitely the Gulf. I like that idea.
Yeah.
In my mind, my best guess, obviously we don't have any kind of insider information whatsoever. No one would tell us anything.
I know, seriously.
Like they wouldn't bother. So my guess is going to be the Bay Area, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Because, well, the thing that really that kind of attracted me to that idea is you got that big body of water, so you can get your water enemies.
True. Okay.
You've got all kinds of crazy like missions you could do in San Francisco. You've got the bridge. You've got Silicon Valley, because there's always like a faction that is supposed to be the intellectuals or the
Right.
replicants or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
You could definitely see those like elitist tech assholes building a post-apocalyptic cult for sure.
Right.
You can get probably all kinds of crazy shootouts in those gnarly hills in San Francisco.
You just got to get that really windy street in there.
Oh, damn it. What's the name of that?
Lombard?
I've been on it. Lombard Street. That's right. I've been there twice, and I forgot the name of it. I'll tell you what, though. The first time I went to the pier to go see Alcatraz. I did that all day. It took like 5 or 6 hours because it's a lot to see and a lot to walk.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to see Lombard Street, so I walked it from that Pier 39. And it's not that far distance-wise, but those hills are no fucking joke, dude.
Damn.
I felt like if I would have just tilted a little bit more forward, I just fell on my face.
Sweet. Sounds like a good time. It'll be fun to play Fallout there.
Yeah, definitely.
And Alcatraz?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. Like, that's definitely the boss battle.
Yeah.
It has to be.
That would be pretty sick.
That's my best guess. I think it hits all their spots. But see, now, as I'm talking through it, so we had Microsoft purchase ZeniMax,
Yeah.
which owns Bethesda. They had already purchased or had already owned Obsidian, who are the people who developed New Vegas, and they did The Outer Worlds, which is pretty much another Fallout game.
Yeah, just not as different setting.
Yeah, without the property, basically, the Fallout name. So I think that my second guess would be somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, like Portland or Seattle or somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Just because that's where Microsoft is based. They're based out of
I could see that.
the Seattle area.
And since we annexed Canada, we could just have a little bit of Canadian area without any vaults in it.
Oh, for sure. Like, you, in some of these DLCs, especially since 3, you, especially like Point Lookout, Nuka World, or Far Harbor, you would get on a boat or a trolley or something, and you'd just go to a completely different map somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
The Pit did it too, like reasonably close. So you could do that and go to like Vancouver.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, ooh, what if there's like some kind of mission back in Alaska?
There has to be.
Like, you could go build a fucking, I don't know. I was going to say build a shrine, but...
You're just putting up a big statue for all the people who died in Alaska.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the... That reminds me of the DC one. They had a statue of, like, a dedication to the people who fought in Operation Anchorage, and it was, like, 4 soldiers posing. And then when you play the DLC in Operation Anchorage, they actually do the pose and take the picture.
Oh, nice.
It's like you're seeing the moment from the outside, like when they took the picture at Iwo Jima, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't even remember playing that.
Neat little Easter egg. But, I mean, where else would we want to do in the United States that has... I mean, it's post-apocalypse, so for the most part, wherever you're going is destroyed.
Yeah, Hawaii would be fun, too, just island jumping.
That'd be interesting. For sure. I mean, you could have, like, the Hawaiian influence, for sure. You could have, like, another country that tried to take over Hawaii.
Right. Could be pirates. Fallout pirates.
Or, like, well, that's the thing, too, you gotta think about. Did a nuke hit Hawaii?
I don't know. I thought the whole world was wiped out.
Yeah, but maybe that's the game. Like, Hawaii was completely normal, and it's however society evolved in 300 years since.
Yeah, that could be it.
And they just don't know anything about what the fuck's going on. They're just like, we don't go over there.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'm pretty sure nuclear winter would still take care of it.
Yeah, it travels through the air. So
Yeah. Well, it still got destroyed, but not as bad, maybe.
they just got irradiated.
Yeah,
They
so
didn't
it's
get
all
completely
ghouls.
destroyed.
Just everybody.
Perfect. What about what if we took it international? Where could you see it being internationally?
Fucking Tokyo.
Oh, I didn't even fucking think about that. Like a really, like, dense urban center.
Yeah. It would
That'd
be
be pretty
disgustingly awesome.
That'd be cool. I was thinking I'd like to see Australia.
Australia would be sick just for all the really poisonous things there.
Oh, I didn't even think about that part. I thought about the isolation and the fact that you have, like, the city and then the indigenous people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that'd be a cool dynamic to explore, too. But obviously, you'd have to go to the Opera House, obviously.
Yeah, true. I'd like to see like the UK too, or I don't know, Rome.
That'd be interesting to see, like, the previous ruins and now the new ruins.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
And yeah, UK is a great option too. That could be very interesting.
Yeah, just older shit than the United States.
And I want to see. I would love to see them go to an area of the country or world that wasn't affected, or wasn't affected as much by the nuclear fallout.
That would be sweet.
Like, did they get into that at all? You played 76. Are there any places that avoided the fallout, or was everything just irradiated and shitty?
I'm pretty sure everything was just irradiated. I don't know. I don't remember him saying anything.
But, like, the world looked the same. You were in a lot of, like, trees and wooded areas, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like the backwoods areas. Mountains and shit.
And did I read right that you go to, like, West Virginia, like, WVU, the university, and there's, like, missions there?
Yeah. Yeah, the university plays a big part.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's always, like, that university, or they had the Smithsonian in D.C.,
Yeah.
or they had the MIT in Boston. There's always that intelligence or whatever faction that springs up.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think that's why my money's on the Bay Area. I could be wrong. But I think they'll go West Coast again.
Yeah, I think they'll want to bring it back West Coast because the last couple were fucking over here on the East.
Yeah, and I also thought I was really intrigued by the choice to do West Virginia.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I mean, because you hear D.C., there's all the iconic D.C. structures. You hear Boston, also a very iconic city, and also like Fenway played a part in it. Like they have landmarks. And then you hear West Virginia.
Yeah, I mean,
Like it seemed like it would be mostly in the middle of nowhere, and I guess it kind of was.
yeah, that's why the whole base building shit worked in that one, I guess.
That's a good point. You need space.
Yeah. Or they could just get rid of the whole base building, but that's for a different episode.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we'll get into that. Who
know.
knows? In the upcoming weeks. But yeah, I mean, there's the location always plays a big part, but in reality, it's just the catalyst for getting us to the story,
Yeah.
which we're going to talk about next. But other hot locations I was thinking of, like Canada would be interesting to bring back snow to the series, just because there hasn't been any since Anchorage.
Yeah, that would be fun. Was Anchorage
Or-
just like a back in time thing?
It was one of those simulators where you walk into the room
Yeah,
and
that's
sit in the
right.
pod, and yeah. So seeing something like that would be cool. Or I wouldn't shake a stick at like Brazil, like Rio,
No, that would
or
be nice.
Peru, or somewhere down there, like with the crazy mountains, because we never really had mountains, I guess.
Yeah, we got West Virginia mountains. Psh.
Yeah, right. There's these Appalachians. Who gives a shit? They're big hills.
Yeah, exactly.
But what if it does like? What if they do like Denver, and they got the Rockies in the background?
Yeah, I could see that. But what else is in Denver?
The Rockies Stadium? I mean, I've been there. It's a pretty cool place. Oh, they got that weird fucking airport.
Oh, yeah. That'd be sweet.
the-
That'd be sweet.
The weird fucking airport on the one side and the Rockies on the other. I mean, those might be interesting. Don't they have University of Colorado? Isn't that there? I don't know.
I'm sure it's somewhere.
It's a pretty cool place to visit. I don't know if it'd make a great Fallout world,
Yeah,
but
it should be.
I mean, they could probably make a lot of stuff work.
Yeah, they could make anything work, I think. You could drop them in fucking Allentown, Pennsylvania, and they could make it work.
Yeah, probably. Let's not get crazy. What would be some
Dorney
of the
Park.
Yeah, Dorney Park would definitely be one. Maybe Grumpy's. You run into Grumpy's and get a bunch of barbecue for a mission. Oh God, what else would they be? Obviously, Blue Ridge Ski Area. You gotta go. You gotta. implement
Oh,
that
shit,
in there.
yeah, man.
Obviously, what else? Jesus, fucking Allentown. Where do the oh God damn it, the baseball team, the Iron Pigs,
Oh, yeah, you could play at Coca-Cola Field or whatever.
Coca-Cola Park. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Nuka-Cola Park.
Oh, fucking.
See, it's all just
it
coming right
writes
together.
itself, man.
I would be an interesting choice, though, after West Virginia, because I feel like, and I'm just speculating or just going by what my sentiment was and what I perceived, and I could be wrong, but I felt like a lot of people heard West Virginia, they weren't super excited.
Yeah.
So if you go back to Allentown, Pennsylvania, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I mean, even if it makes a great location at first, they're gonna be like, "What?
Why?
Why?" They'd be very confused, especially if you don't even touch Philadelphia, which is
Yeah, just Allentown.
50 miles away.
What about New York?
That's true. We never even thought about New York. I think I would like to see New York. Obviously, it's got character out of the ass. But I don't know, because it would all be just cities and building ruins. Like, you'd have to go to the
Yeah.
outskirts.
It would just
Like
be
in
floor
Jersey.
after floor after floor.
Right. Like, and then it becomes a tower defense game all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
True that.
I mean, maybe. Maybe they will. And it'd be a good choice, and I'm sure they'd make it work, but I just feel like New York is in so many games. It's been done.
I know, exactly. They could have giant rats, though.
That would be pretty rad. Or alligators again
Yeah.
in the sewers.
Turn the Statue of Liberty into Liberty Prime.
Oh, any reason to bring back Liberty Prime, I'm on board. Totally on board. Better red than dead.
Fucking A.
Man. All right, well, I mean, Any other locations you want to throw out there before we close this one out?
I don't know. That's pretty good. I think we nailed all the good ones.
Yeah, probably. Someone I'm sure is going to say like Mumbai or Hong Kong. Hong Kong would be dope too.
Yeah, it would. The listeners could just hit us up on Instagram or Twitter at Plotty Time and tell us where they think the Fallout series should go.
Yeah, and if you have like an 85-page dissertation you want to email us, you can send that to plottytime@gmail.com, and Chump Slap said he'd read every single piece of that
Sure.
of that dissertation.
I'm into Fallout fanfic. Bring it on.
Perfect. And then if you want to watch our logo while you listen to us, you can go over to YouTube at Plotty Time, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. But other than that, I guess we'll talk to you next time in part 2 of what we want from Fallout.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
See ya.